everybody. This is Victory Performance Podcast, episode number 1 from beautiful Sarasota, Florida, and Oak Haven Farm. We're all about track and field, but a really kind of a hard lean toward the throws. We're going to have information for high school, middle school, some open guys, and a lot of master stuff. Like I said, we are going to lean a little bit into the throws, but each week we're going to hit topics, training tips, athlete and program profiles, some product reviews, some upcoming scheduled meets, and maybe a few opinions of my own along the way on what's going on here in middle school, high school, and master's track. First of all, I'd like to do a really quick shout out to some local people. John Stevenson at Sarasota High was named Florida Girls High School Coach of the Year in cross country. That's really, really great. John has a great program at Sarasota High and continues to just pour out quality runners in a quality program with a great culture. Way to go, John. Keep it up. The other one is local, is Riverview High School, is Madison Mueller, who was the mile split girls cross-country runner of the year this year. She had an outstanding year. We look to see how she's doing in track coming up. I don't know if she's running any indoor meets. But as we talk about indoor meets, we talk about here in Florida, I know a lot of you people that are outside of Florida don't quite understand it. We start really, really early. Our middle school and high school season starts, I think the high school season started this week. And this is, today's the 14th of January, so they started on Monday. The middle school program starts on the 26th. And Sarasota County has kind of a weird little middle school program. It's kind of like a 2-week warm-up and 6 weeks of meets, and then we're done. And but anyway, good luck to all those people that are trying out for the first time in middle school, especially our little kiddos over there at Sky Ranch. That's right now is currently a K-6 school. The oldest group they have is the 6th graders, so they're going to field a full 6th grade team. And all the newbies that are going out for high school teams too. I mean, it's kind of scary with all the big kids, and you get the football players and the sprinters and the basketball guys, and it tends to be a little overwhelming. But I got one thing to say. Just show up and work hard, and you'll find a spot on your team. I'm going to refer to my notes here quite a bit, and I'm just going to try to keep this short and sweet. I don't want to go over, I'm just learning how to do this. Like I said, this is episode 1, and I'm going to try to drop this on YouTube. But some of the topics that really come up a lot, especially with the Masters people, is where to train. That could be a little iffy. Trying to find a place to train. There's not a lot of public tracks. There are, since some of the situations that happen in Florida, we are pretty well locked up. Most of the schools are locked up. The tracks aren't accessible. And the field event stuff, throws facilities are really hard to come by. Brookside Middle School has, in Sarasota off of Shade Avenue, their gates are open on the weekends. There's a gate over by the end of the track, the starting line of the track, that's always open. And you can also access that during the week from 4:30 until I think 7:30 in the morning when they lock up the facilities for school. They do have they have an asphalt track. They do have really pretty good throwing areas for discus and shot put. The other place you can go, it just opened up last year, and I'm not quite sure if they have their gate on the same schedule as Brookside, but it's Oak Park School. Oak Park has a rubber track. I don't know about their throws facilities yet, but the rubber track is really, really nice. And I think they may even have access to bathrooms and a water fountain. I'm not too sure on that. So I would check with, I would go by their school probably around 5 o'clock and find out if the gate is open. I'll have to go check that out myself. So Brookside's open. Most of the high schools are not open. If you want to throw, I know that's really, really hard to do. especially if you're a discus hammer thrower and you have to, with the long throws and javelin. I know Mike Ryan up north of Tampa made a deal with his church, and he gets to throw off off the off the parking lot, I believe, or a sidewalk. So you really have to kind of be a little bendy and find a place where you could throw. If you want to have like private or group sessions, there's a couple options in Sarasota. You can check out. You could DM me for access to my facility here on the farm. I have a nice little circle. We can throw hammer and discus shot. We don't have a toe board yet, but that's always doable. We also have equipment you could use and borrow if you come down on vacation. The other one is Andy Vince over at Throws Coach Florida, which is 3 miles away from here. He has a private and group sessions at Barbarello's Hydrograss Throws Center. You can access and get a hold of Andy through Facebook, or you can message him. What else do we have? We have schedules. We have things to do. We have things coming up. Now, some of these can be accessed on Florida Runners. Some of them can be accessed through Direct Athletics, and that gets to be a pain in the butt if you don't have an account. Make an account. Florida Runners, you need an account. Direct Athletics, you can access the Sunshine Showcase, which is indoors up in Gainesville. It's a really, really great facility. They have 2 meets, the Sunshine Classic, which I believe we can get masters can throw with the collegiate and maybe the high school kids for the shot and the weight, and also the Visit Gainesville Classic on February 6th. That does have master stuff, so you can throw shot and weight. They do not offer the super weight. The other meets you can access are Broward Elite down in Fort Lauderdale area has indoor-outdoor meets. You can check Direct Athletics for them as well and contact them. They usually have shot and weight and hammer if you're in that area. The big meets, I think everybody knows, associated with Throws Coach Florida. I throw for Throws Coach Florida. It's a great group of masters, high school, and occasionally some open guys come and throw. But all ages throwing, all events throwing, hammer weight, super weight, javelin, shot put, discus. The next meet is January 24th at Barbarello's Hydrograss Throws Center. You could access information on that on the throwscoachflorida.com site, as well as the February 21st meet up at Tom Spudo's facility in Trenton, Florida. That is going to be an all events throw, but it's going to be in throws pen order. It's going to be a throws pen. So it's going to be a winter throws pen. If anybody wants to throw the super weight, I'm sure Andy could work it out. Be good to see Tom again. Tom's coming off an injury, a couple shoulder surgeries. Everybody seems to be falling apart here in Florida and worldwide as far as getting new replacement parts. I know Gottfried had his 2 knees done. Mike Ryan's had a shoulder done. Andy Vince has had his 2nd knee done. I'm going this afternoon to see my ortho about my knee. So we'll see how that's going to go. In Masters news, as far as scheduling goes, February 19th to the 22nd, Indoor Champs in Albuquerque. You can get that information on usatfmasters.org along with the rest of the schedule. The Southeastern Regional Indoor Meet is going to be in Mill Spring, North Carolina, wherever that is, on February 1st. So thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Drop a like on there. We'll try to get some more information out next week. See how things are going. Hope everybody's doing well this winter. It's going to be really cold here in Sarasota. On Friday morning, it's going to get down under 40. Oh my goodness, it's going to be terrible. We're just going to have to put on our boots and our coats and our gloves and our hats and go out and throw anyway. So everybody have a good week of throwing, and we'll see you next week. Take care.